Michelle Obama is trying to rewrite the lives of poor children in a way that no one else of her prominence has ever really tried to do. Certainly no one in the White House has ever tried. First, there was this.
How about replacing all of that soda and those sugary drinks with water? Kids won't like it at first, trust me, but they'll grow to like it. Or deciding that they don't get dessert with every meal. As I tell my kids, dessert is not a right. Or they don't get it every day. Or just being more thoughtful about how we prepare our food. Baking instead of frying. I know. Don't shoot me. And cutting back on those portion sizes.
There was Michelle Obama speaking to the NAACP 3 years ago, trying to get the message through to poor families about the eating habits of their children. And then there was this.
Where's the s'mores ingredients? This is in honor of Michelle Obama, who said the other day we should not have dessert.
Of course, the only way Sarah Palin could react to what First Lady had said was to lie about it. Michelle Obama did not say that kids should not have dessert. She said they should not have dessert with every meal. And now comes this on the front page of today's New York Times. The obesity rate among preschool-age children from poor families fell in 19 states and United States territories between 2008 and 2011, federal health officials said Tuesday. The first time a major government report has shown a consistent pattern of decline for low-income children after decades of rising rates. Children from poor families have had some of the nation's highest rates of obesity. In other words, the First Lady's campaign is working. Parents of poor children are listening to her. Parents of all children are listening to Michelle Obama. And the children are healthier for it. The First Lady keeps finding imaginative ways to keep parents' and kids' attention on the problem of childhood obesity.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of the First Lady's Let's Move campaign and to encourage parents everywhere to get up and get moving with their kids, we present to you the evolution of mom dancing.
I was just wondering if you could do more push-ups than I could do.
You know, it depends on how your back is. I know you've got these back issues.
No, no. No, no.
I want to get some exercise, so I'm going to take a walk around Sesame Street.
Oh, well, if Mrs. Obama exercises, Elmer wants to exercise too. Yay, exercise!
If you want your child to have healthy habits, practice healthy habits too, because you're your child's best role model.
Obama haters, of course, have been unimpressed.
Take her anti-obesity thing that she's on. She's on this kick, right? What she is telling us is she cannot trust parents to make decisions for their own children, for our own families, and what we should eat.
Yeah, that's right. We cannot trust all parents to make good eating decisions for their children. For example, would you trust this guy to prepare healthy meals for his children? Well, luckily you don't have to, because he has never had any children. If Rush Limbaugh had children, it is virtually guaranteed that his children would eat as badly as he does. Now, no one could force Rush Limbaugh or any parents to make healthier food choices for their children. We cannot force the parents to make healthy choices, but we can encourage them to. And no one has ever done a better job of that than Michelle Obama. Now, speaking of Rush, we know he's an Obama hater, but there's just no way he would have joined the Obama haters' attack on what would turn out to be Michelle Obama's successful campaign against childhood obesity. I mean, he's like, you know, in no position to, you know, if you know what I mean, And if you don't know what I mean is Rush is a morbidly obese guy. That is a clinical term, morbid obesity. That is a physician's accurate, non-judgmental description of Rush Limbaugh's height and weight. Morbid obesity is defined as being 50 to 100% heavier than the ideal body weight or 100 pounds above the ideal body weight, and Rush meets both of those definitions for morbid obesity. And so, if you're expecting that this is the spot where you hear the morbidly obese Rush Limbaugh attack the First Lady for fighting childhood obesity, if you think that's what's going to happen now, that means you know exactly how Rush Limbaugh rolls.
I'm sure you're aware that nutritionist at large Michelle Obama is urging, demanding, advocating, requiring what everybody can and can't eat. She's demanding that everybody basically eat cardboard and tofu. No calories, no fat, no nothing. Got to stop obesity.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Rush didn't stop there. He's not that restrained. And of course, you're right, because Rush is really about only one thing: excess. He is a trafficker of excess in all things, calories, words, everything. Now, I am going to let you listen to a little bit more of what Rush had to say, but I urge you to listen to it for the outrageous comedy bit that it is. Please don't make the mistake of taking it seriously the way Rush does. He is a joke, performing a joke that he doesn't know is a joke. It is as if some Rush hater slipped him this script to read to humiliate him, and his blind Obama hatred made him blind to how breathtakingly ridiculous these words are if they were said by anyone, and how phenomenally ridiculous these words are coming out of Rush Limbaugh's ravenous mouth. The most morbidly obese commentator in the history of politics actually said this.
Michelle, my belle, minus the husband, took the kids out to Vail on a ski vacation, and they were spotted eating. And they were feasting on ribs. Ribs that were 1,575 calories per serving with 141 grams of fat per serving. Now, I'm sure some of you, members of the new castrati, this is typical of what you do, Mr. Limbaugh. You take an isolated, once-in-a-lifetime experience and try to say that she's a hypocrite. She is a hypocrite. Leaders are supposed to be leaders. If we're supposed to go out and eat nothing, if we're supposed to eat roots and berries and tree bark, and so show us how. And if it's supposed to make us fit, if it's supposed to make us healthier, show us how.
Of course, Michelle Obama never said that we have to be perfect at every meal. She's repeatedly made the point that healthy eating is a matter of overall balance.
Look, no one wants to give up Sunday meal. No one wants to say goodbye to mac and cheese and fried chicken and mashed potatoes. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Forever. No one wants to do that. Not even the Obamas, trust me.
Rush Limbaugh, like Sarah Palin, has to lie about what Michelle Obama has been saying in order to attack her, because what the First Lady has been saying about healthy eating and childhood obesity is correct and unassailable, and Sarah Palin and Rush Limbaugh know that. But attacking the Obamas is a hatred reflex that they cannot stop. Rush Limbaugh was born in 1951. The First Lady of his childhood was Mamie Eisenhower. Rush was when the Eisenhowers came to the White House, and 10 when they left. There's no telling what poor little Rush would look like today if Mamie Eisenhower had spent those 8 years trying to teach the children of America the basics of good nutrition.